Hello viewers, welcome to the digital class of Udainath Autonomous College of Science and Technology. So in our last video we have already discussed what is multiplexing, how many types of multiplexing are there, what is the use of multiplexer, what is the concept of demultiplexing and what is the use of demultiplexer. So today's video will be about what is modem. So it is a very important topic and we will be discussing what is modem and different types of modem in today's video. So moving on to the slide, so what do you mean by modem? So modem is an abbreviation for modulator, demodulator. So modems are used for data transfer from one computer network to another computer network through telephone lines. The computer network works in digital mode while analog technology is used for carrying messages across phone lines. So modulator converts information from digital mode to analog mode at transmitting end and demodulator converts the same from analog to digital at the receiving end. The process of converting analog signals of one computer network into digital signals of another computer network so they can be processed by a receiving computer and is referred to as digitizing. So what do you mean by modem? So modem stands for modulator and demodulator. That means these are two devices which combines to form a new device that is called a modem. So modem is actually used for converting the analog signals to digital signals and digital signals to analog signals. So as we know, we have two signals, that is analog and digital. So there must be some device which will convert the analog devices or analog signals to digital signals and digital signals to analog signals. So you must be knowing that the smartphone or the computer, whatever we are using today, are digital in nature, but the wires or cables or the medium through which the data is being sent are analog in form. So there must be a device which will be converting the digital data to analog data and the vice versa at the receiving end. So when a sender will send a information, so the sender is having a digital device and when it will start transmitting, so it will be converted to analog device or analog signals. When it will be transmitted and it will be received at the receiver end, the analog signal must be transferred or converted to digital signals. So there must be a device which will be doing this type of work. So modem is the device which actually converts the analog signals to digital signals and digital signals to analog signals. So we have two devices in modem. First one is your modulator, another one is your demodulator. So modulator is the device which actually converts digital signal to analog signal. So modulator converts it and sends the data in analog form. Similarly, when the signal will receive at the receiver end, at that time demodulator converts the analog signal to digital signal. So modem has both the devices. So when the data is being converted to digital to analog, at that time modulator gets activated. Similarly, when there is a concept of analog to digital conversion, at that time demodulator plays the role. So in this way analog signals and digital signals are converted by the help of modulator and demodulator. So it is the work of modulator and demodulator which gets activated at the time of requirement. So whenever the data is being sent, the modulator gets activated, and whenever the data is received, the demodulator device gets activated. So in this way modem works by sending signals from analog to digital and digital to analog. So moving to the next part. So modem, when an analog facility is used for data communication between two digital devices called data terminal equipment, that is DTE, modems are used at each end. So DTE can be a terminal or a computer. So the modem at the transmitting end converts the digital signal generated by DTE into an analog signal by modulating a carrier. This modem at the receiving end demodulates the carrier and hand over the demodulated digital signal to the DTE. The transmission medium between the two modems can be dedicated circuit or a switched telephone circuit. So if a switched telephone circuit is used, then the modems are connected to the local telephone exchanges. Whenever data transmission is required, connection between the modems is established through the telephone exchanges. So what do you mean by, or what is the work of modem? So you must be knowing that data terminal equipment, that is DTE, that means the device at the receiver end or at the user end are called the DTE. So whenever we are sending a message or sending something from one system to another system, so the system is having digital signal, whereas the medium is analog. So whenever a data is sent from one DTE to another DTE, so conversion takes place. So when the data is sent from one DTE at the sender side to the receiver side, at that time the digital signal gets converted to analog signal, which is carried out by the modulator, and the data is being sent in analog, and at the receiver side the analog signal gets converted to digital signal by the demodulator. So DTE at the both the ends use modem to modulate and demodulate the signals, that means from analog to digital or digital to analog, and this process is called as digitizing. So the equipments that are required with the modem are the cables and wires. It can be wireless also. So in this slide we have already discussed that what is the use of modem in telephone lines. So we can connect a modem using a dedicated circuit or a switched telephone circuit. That means dedicated circuit means we can create a circuit from one system to another system, and the data can be flown into it, and we can also use the telephone circuit, that is a switched telephone circuit, to send the messages from one place to another. So if a switched telephone circuit is used, then the modems are connected to the local telephone exchanges. That means whenever we are taking the services from the telephone companies, at that time the switched telephone circuit is used and the modems are connected, and in this way we get the internet facility from the telephone companies like BSNL, MTNL and all that. So whenever data transmission is required, connection between the modem is established through telephone exchanges. That means whenever we have to connect the modems between two devices to share the data and information, at that time the telephone exchanges gives permission or allows the user to connect among themselves using the modems. So in this way the modem plays a role. Now you can see the image of a modem, how modem actually plays the role. So here you can see there is a computer, at the other end there is another computer. It is not necessary that we will have both the computers at both the ends. That means we can have any system of digital in nature. That means we can use a phone over here, we can use a computer over here, two phones can be connected, two computers can be connected, two mobile phones can be connected, one mobile phone and one computer can be connected, so anything. So you can use the tablets also. So this is the system where we have to change the digital signal to analog signal. You must have encountered that the systems are digital in nature, while the lines through which the signals will be transmitted are analog in nature. So the data which needs to be flown in a line must be converted from digital signal to analog signal. So you must have seen here, this is the digital signal, this is the graphical representation of a digital signal, and this is the graphical representation of an analog signal. So this is discrete in nature and this is continuous in nature. So you can see the digital signal gets converted to analog signal through the help of modem. That means here this line is digital in nature and this line is analog in nature. So modem is connected in between to convert the digital signal to analog signal. So this line can be anything. We can use the telephone line. So as we have discussed, we can use the telephone line from any company, or we can use some other mediums through which the data can be transferred. So you can see the digital signal gets converted to analog signal through the modem, then it is being transferred through the analog signals, and again at the receiver side the analog signal gets converted to digital signal. So another modem is connected which will convert the analog signal to digital signal, and hence the message will be delivered to this system. So as these two systems are digital in nature, so they must send and receive the signals in digital form. That's why the modems are connected, because the telephone lines or the lines through which the data will be converted are always analog in nature, because analog has the nature of transmitting the signal safely to far away distances. So that's why the medium which is used for transmitting are always analog in nature, but in today's generation all the devices that are working are digital in nature. So in this way modem helps to link the digital signals or digital systems with each other through the analog signals. So in this way modem converts the digital signal to analog signal, which is played by the modulator at the sender side. Similarly, the modem at the receiver side has a demodulator which converts the analog signal to digital signal. So in this modem, modulator, demodulator, both the devices are present. In this device also modulator and demodulator, both the devices are present. So it depends on the time or the situation where the sender sends the information or the message is being received at the receiver. So whenever the sender plays the role, the modulator gets activated, and when the message is received, so demodulator gets activated. So in this way the modulation and demodulation is performed, means the process of conversion is called as modulation from digital signal to analog signal, and the process of conversion from analog to digital signal are called as demodulation. So modulation is performed by modulator and demodulation is performed by demodulator, and both the modulation and demodulation are carried out by a new device that is known as modem. Now you can easily see that there is a DTE over here and there is another DTE over here. So whenever a DTE is connected, it connects to the digital interface directly. So the transmitter which transmits the signal from one location to another location is the modulator, and demodulator plays at the receiver side. So there is always a line interface which is also called as a transmission medium, and we take the help of different telephone instrument to carry out the line interface. So this is the building block of a modem, where this is the user side, where the user directly connect with the digital interface or the digital nature, and the data are transmitted. When the data is transmitted, the modulator gets activated, and when the data is received, the demodulator gets activated. So in this way transmitter and receiver plays the role, and they take the help of the line interface which has two medium, that is a transmission medium and a telephone instrument. So transmission medium can be wired or wireless. Transmission instrument refers to the devices that are used by the telephone companies to send the messages from one location to another location. So this is the building block of a modem. So now we will be moving to the types of modem. So you can clearly see over here the modem is classified into dial-up connection and broadband connection. Again the broadband is divided into cable or DSL and fiber optics or fiber. So modem is broadly divided into dial-up and broadband. Again the broadband is divided into DSL and fiber. So now we will be discussing what is dial-up, what is broadband, what is cable, and what are fiber modems. So moving to the dial-up modem. So a dial-up is a connection that established using a modem. To make a dial-up connection, the modem must connect to an active phone line which is not in use. When connecting, the modem picks up the phone and dials a number that attached to another computer. After the connection made, the computer can check email, browse the internet and share files. So this is the general image of a dial-up modem. So what do you mean by dial-up connection? So dial-up means when there was no broadband connection, at that time there was dial-up connection. In case of dial-up connection, we need the help of telephone lines. That means the telephone company provide us with a user ID and password. So whenever we want to connect a device to the internet, at that time we need to enter the user ID password so that they will be connected to the internet. So when we will enter the user ID and password, they will be connected directly to the internet. So in dial-up connection, when the system will start, you need to enter the user ID and password in order to get the internet connection. So after using the internet connection, you have to log out from the account and you have to disconnect from the internet. So this is the general concept of a dial-up connection. So for dial-up connection, we need a dial-up modem. That means the modem are different for dial-up connection and modem are different for broadband connection. So For dial-up connection, we need a dial-up modem which is provided by the companies from where the dial-up connection has been taken. So you can clearly see the image over here. The dial-up internet is shown over here. This is the PC over here in, let's say it is in California, and another PC is there at New Jersey. So whenever they are transmitting the signals, they use the dial-up connection. Here you can see there is a telephone line and here also a telephone line. So dial-up connection is actually introduced and it is performed by the telephone companies. So we need a landline phone in order to connect to the internet. So in case of dial-up modem, this is the modem which is connected to the telephone line, and then the telephone gets connected to another telephone through the transmission media, and this telephone again sends the signal to the modem, that is your dial-up modem, and then the dial-up modem sends the information or the data to the system. So in this way the data is sent from one location to another location through a dial-up modem and using the telephone lines. So you can see the telephone lines is being used while transmitting the signal from one location to another location. So this is all about your dial-up modem. Next category is about a cable modem. So what do you mean by cable modem? So cable modem has two connections, one to the cable wall outlet and other to the PC or to set-top box of a TV set. Although a cable modem does modulation between analog and digital signal, it is much more complex device than a telephone modem. It can be an external device or it can be an integrated within a computer or set-top box. All the cable modems attached to a cable TV company, that is coaxial cable line, communicate with a cable modem termination system at the local TV company office. All cable modems can receive from and send signals only to the CMTS but not to the other cable modems on the line. So what do you mean by cable modem? So we have already discussed that in case of dial-up connection we need a user ID and password in order to connect to the internet, but in case of cable modem we do not need any user ID and password. That means what? Now whenever we are connecting to the internet, we have to just switch on the system or the mobile phone which we are using or in which we need the internet connection. So when the system will get on or they will be switched on, they will be directly connected to the internet, no need of any user ID and password. So in cable modem the internet speed is also faster because we need or we take the help of TV connections. That means from TV connection, that is from coaxial cable, we use the internet. So the cable connection has more speed and more internet facility as compared to dial-up connection. So there are security features also, more security features in case of cable modems rather than in telephone lines. But there is a demerit also, that the installation is more complicated in case of cable TV as compared to the installment in the dial-up connections. So dial-up connections are more complex as compared to cable modems. So cable modems come with a set-top connection, set-top box connection, in which we take the TV connections. So TV connections are normally used for cable modems and cable connections. So it is also known as DSL or digital subscriber line modems. Now what do you mean by fiber modem? So a fiber optic modem or FOM connects an electronic device such as a computer to a network or the internet. It provides electrical to optical conversion of electronic communication and data signals for transmission using tactical fiber optic cable assemblies. Fiber optic modems receive incoming optical signals over fiber optic cables and convert them back to their original electronic form for full duplex transmission. Together with the tactical fiber optic cable, the FOM provides a rushed, secure and easy deployable optical link. So as per the fiber optics cable or fiber optic modem, so what do you mean by fiber optic modem? So fiber optic modem is a new technology in which the electrical signals get converted to optics, that means light. So as we know, light is the fastest medium, so fiber optics plays a very vital role in transmitting the signals very fastly. So fiber optics cable converts the electrical energy to light energy, and the light energy is being transmitted through the fiber optic cable. So fiber optic cable has more secure and more fast technology in which the data can be sent. So in this situation or in this generation, we normally take the help of fiber modem or fiber cable connection so that our data are transmitted faster. So these are all about the modems, different categories of modem, in which we have already discussed what is modem, how many types of modem are there, what are the categories of modem. That means modem is classified into cable modem and dial-up modem, or broadband or dial-up modem. Broadband is again classified as cable or DSL modem and fiber optic modem. So I hope you all have understood what is concept of modem and different types of modem. So we will be discussing some more topics in our next videos. Till then, thank you.